Hello friends, welcome to Dezinlife. Friends, we have in this series of talking about different segment in the pharma impact of the COVID in last 1 year. We spoke about total IPM impact and now we in the series of talking about a different segment. In that series today we will be talking about two segments. One is CNS, that is neurology and psychiatry, and second segment will be the gynecology. Why we are talking it now? Because we have just completed 1 year of the data which is available from the March 22 February 21, that is 12 months of the COVID impacted pharma industry, how things has moved. So out of these two, let us talk about first about CNS segment. In the CNS segment, first we look at as per the AIOCD data, CNS segment in Met February 20 was 8,592 crores and which was growing by 9.4%. Now this has grown in February 21, MAT figure is 9,019 crore with a growth of 4.8%. So you can say growth has gone down by almost half. If we assume that CNS segment would have grown by same growth, that is 9.4% in last 1 year also, this segment would have reached by 9,400 crore by now. This means there is a loss of 381 crores in last 1 year. Plus there has to be compounding loss, which means next few years we will be making based on this. So that is a loss as per the AIOCD. When the same data, when we look at say from the IQVIA point of view, here CNS segment 1 year back, that is Met February 20, it was 8,659 crores and which was growing by 9%. And this data it has grown to 9,492 crores with a growth of 9.3%. So last 1 year as per IQVIA, CNS has grown better than the last year. So now we have little contradicting data. AIOCD suggesting that CNS segment growth has dropped down to half as compared to what was 1 year back, and IQVIA suggesting the CNS growth has increased as compared to last 1 year. We are not looking at which is right or wrong because this is all comparative data and it's true for the analysis point of view. Even if we look at somewhere, settle somewhere in between, we can assume that CNS segment might be growing by maybe 7% or so. So there is a drop from the past which was there, but very less drop is there. Not much of the impact on the CNS, that much we can conclude. In the CNS segment, when we look at say last 12 months, as per these both the data, how things are progressing month on month basis growth. So look at in your screen, you can see the chart from the IQVIA as per AIOCD both. Now in the both segment, in the month of March, it was almost similar, somewhere close to what was there IPM. Then in the month of April, when the industry has gone down April and May because of lockdown, CNS has not dropped down that much, very less impact on the CNS because continued patient has taken their medicines. So there was less impact in the April, May also on the COVID in the CNS segment. After that, then June onward, continuously till now, CNS segment has been growing better than the industry, or you can say far better than the industry continuously month after month. So if you look at these two data, there has been data is different, but one thing is common, trend is similar, and both the data it is showing better than the IPM. And as I earlier mentioned, as per the IQVIA concern, they are showing even better growth and AIOCD is showing slightly lesser growth. So you can say CNS segment has been winner in this whole process, where if we took it average out, there is a hardly 1 or 2% lesser growth as compared to the 1 year back. What is the strength of CNS for that? Or what is it? This loss, first we will say this loss of 1 or 2% we can conclude because of the new patient were low, more so in the initial months. But doctors, most of the case of CNS has they manage their practice either by telephone or by WhatsApp or online, but doctor has taken care that the most of the patient which was there, they do not lose their treatment, they do not discontinue their treatment. At the same time, patient will also continued their therapy. That is why there is a negligible loss in the CNS segment. So apart from the new patient loss, that is only reflecting a 1 or 2%. Apart from that, CNS has managed well, and this is one of the few segments which is the least impacted. Or we can say CNS is largely depending on disease like epilepsy, disease like Parkinson disease or Alzheimer's disease, where treatment goes for several years, and patient once they are settled, they keep on buying medicine on their own. So overall we can say CNS is a least impacted area, and company wise if we look at say companies who was impacted in the CNS segment, which means they have to check out their business model. Otherwise, as far as the industry is concerned, CNS has fairly done well in the last 12 months. Now after CNS, today we'll talk about Gyneac segment. Gyneac segment, we start from the month of February, and then the February, or you can say before we look at say total data in the Gyneac. So as per the AIOCD, Gyneac segment was 7,068 crore in February 2020, which was growing by 7.3%. And in last 1 year, this has reduced to 6,822 crores with a negative growth of 3.2% by the February 2021. If we assume that Gyneac segment would have grown by same 7.3%, which was growing 1 year back, today this would have been 7,584 crores. This means as per the AIOCD, the industry has lost 762 crore in last 1 year plus compounding loss. Same data, when we look at as per the IQVIA, Gyneac segment was 7,440 crores in February 2020, and it was growing by 10.3%. Now this has reduced to 7,403 crores with a degrowth of minus 0.5%, minor degrowth, but it is degrowth in February 21. So Gyneac segment, here again we assume if it would have grown by same 10.3%, it was growing 1 year back, now it would have been 8,206 crores. This means a loss of 8,803 crores. So if we compare the two data, one data is suggesting loss of 762 crore, another data is suggesting loss of 803 crores. So you can say approximately 800 crore is the loss for the gynecology segment, plus there is a compounding loss. So there is a loss in the Gyneac segment because of this. Now when we look at the last 12 month data and how the COVID, which we say is IPM, gynecology had performed, you can see on your screen both this chart of the AIOCD as well as the IQVIA. So right from month of the February, they were growing less than the IPM, and almost till now, as per the AIOCD, barring the month of February 21, the growth on the Gyneac segment has been less than the IPM segment. And the same is almost true in the case of IQVIA also. There also in the month of February 21, Gyneac has grown as compared to IPM. Otherwise there is a low growth. Pattern of the both the graph is similar, number may be different. Now sudden loss in the month of April, May is all explainable because lockdown was there and doctors say stop practicing, many of doctors. And in the gynecology is most of the body checkup, so obviously doctor will refrain from checking up the patient or taking the new patient because of COVID fear. So April, May was well explained. But after that there is continuously much lesser growth as compared to IPM. And when we are talking IPM consists of the antibiotics also, which is a major loser. IPM continued of the respiratory, major loser. IPM consists of the ophthal, major loser. Despite that, Gyneac has done bad as significantly as compared to IPM. So this significant, you can say, I'll say negative in the gynecology, which attribute to one factor. In last 1 year, there is a different report that people are not planning the child because of COVID impact. And when people are not planning the child, which means because of infertility specialists, they must be seeing less number of patients, or they might have discontinued their treatment. That is one factor looks to be explainable. Although infertility is not that big segment in the gynecology, overall also gynecology number of new patient is less, or probably some patient who are taking Gyneac therapy, probably they have discontinued, because looking into gynecology treatment and looking into disease, there is a too much kind of degrowth, or can say loss I can see here these two data. So gynecologists need to check, and as far the different companies concerned, which companies are more loser, which companies are less loser, or whether it is because of infertility or there can be some other reason also. But overall, Gyneac is the loser. Last 1 month it has shown positive, but 1 month data you can't comment much, because 1 month can be wrong also, 1 month can be wrong indicatives also, maybe January, February. We have to see the March data, how gynecology takes shape in the coming months. So I hope this data will be useful to you. Thank you for watching us.